Welcome back. This is gonna be my 2025 updated curly hair routine. I really feel like this is due on my channel. I haven't done an actual step-by-step curly hair routine for some time now, and I want to update you what I do with my hair on a standard wash day during the week. This is gonna be pretty low effort, so there's not gonna be anything too complicated in this. As you might have seen on a few of my videos recently, I've been talking about how I'm not putting too much effort into my wash days. I'm finding that these easier routines without brush styling and things like that are giving me better, more, I guess, natural results. I'm trying to get through products before buying new ones, and these are really low. So this Aussie Work That Curl Cream, one of my favorite curl creams, and this Aveda Nutriplenish Curl Jelly is getting really low. I don't actually even know if I'm gonna have enough to use on the wash day, but that's good. I want to get 3 products. I also bought a brand new diffuser and I can't wait to show it to you because I'm obsessed with it. Stay tuned for that at the end. My hair is freshly washed. My hair is a bit fluffy as it started to air dry with no product in it. I am just going to wet that down now with my spray bottle. If you struggle with a lot of frizz, then I highly recommend having a Flairosol bottle of some sort and keeping your hair wet throughout the routine. Doing your hair on a soaking wet state is really going to help with just definition and frizz overall. Everything that I'm about to show you as well, you can do in the shower. There's nothing too complicated, and I will talk you through how you would adapt that in the shower as I'm going through. Oh, Frank's just jumping down. Where are you going, Frankie? Don't think he likes the sound of this. Okay, my hair is pretty wet. It's not soaking, but I'm gonna keep the water by my side to continue to keep it wet throughout. First product I'm gonna go in with is the Aussie Work That Curl Cream. This is a really affordable product. If you're in the UK, you can get it in Boots or Superdrug, I believe. There might be some other stores that you can get it in that I'm not aware of. I know, for example, some Aussie products I've heard are in Home Bargains, potentially, I'm not too sure. Anyway, so I'm just going to apply this to the lengths of my hair. Just got it on my jumper, but oh no. I don't think that's gonna stain, but let me just wipe this off. Okay, yeah, we're good. So my little trick when applying a cream or a leave-in, and this is gonna be especially helpful for you if you feel like you accidentally wear your hair down, always start small and then work your way up, and always add water if you feel like you need a bit more slip. That will save you applying too much product. Normally the water will just help the cream or conditioner travel further in the hair, and it will just kind of dilute it a little bit. This is kind of why it's good to start on soaking wet hair. If you tend to get really dry, frizzy roots up here, but you don't really want to apply your cream like right to the root and like accidentally weigh this part down, this is my little trick that I do. I'm going to use this Tangle Teezer brush. I think I bought it from Superdrug a really long time ago. So what I do to not weigh those roots down is I start brushing the ends, and naturally I will start to get a little bit of that product residue on the brush. Can you see that on the end? This is probably not the best color to show you, but I've got a layer of cream and it's a really thin layer of residue. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slowly take it up here without kind of massaging it into my scalp. I'm just lifting the hair up and I'm getting as close to the root as possible. And that allows me to get the product at the top of my hair, so this part of my hair isn't too frizzy, but not weigh my hair down. And the more you continue to brush through, the more you will start to get that residue on the brush. And it's just a really good way to not waste product and not apply too much and just have it a bit more controlled. So this is a really important step to actually distribute your product. If you struggle with those random frizzy patches all over your head, just have a think if you're actually getting that product on every single strand, because that will really help overall. The next step that I do, so I'm all brushed through, that cream is all over my hair. I will now go in with a gel for hold. This is the thing that's gonna help sculpt and keep my curls defined and smooth the frizz. So you can now just get this gel and apply it all over your hair, just like I did the cream, or you can do it in sections. Now this part is completely up to you, depending on how low effort you want this routine to be. Because I'm taking the time now to show you this routine step by step, and I'm kind of stretching it out, or just do it in sections, and you'll probably get better results if you do it in sections because there's less chance that you're going to miss an area. I've just taken this top section, and we're not going to do any brush styling, you know, ribbon curling. I'm just simply going to get this all over my hair, and I don't have too much product left, so sections is better because I can control how much I'm using. So I'm using that much, and I do apply a lot of gel. I will continue to apply it throughout the rest of the routine when I'm scrunching probably as well. So I'm going to just smooth this all over the hair, and I'm kind of raking it through to start. I want to really make sure that I get these sideburn pieces. They for me are like almost a different texture. They kind of play up quite a lot. I've raked this all over. Then I'm going to use my same brush that I use for the cream. So I'm simply just brushing this gel through. This is to just distribute the product, make sure it's evenly coated, and make sure you do not miss the back. It's really easy to miss the back with curly hair and just do what you see at the front, and just do here and here. And then if you look at the mirror when you finish your routine, you'll notice, wait, why is the back so frizzy? Just really make sure that you don't forget that area. I'm gonna leave that now, and then I'm gonna continue to apply the gel here. Now you can continue to section your hair if you've got a lot of hair. I think I might section it one more time to make sure the gel is all over. Let's see how much I've got left. This part for me is the bit that will get the frizziest at the back, so I'm really making sure I'm getting the product all over. Sometimes I even like kind of squeeze it through. Also, while you're doing this, just applying the gel all over, if you're finding that you're taking too long or your hair's starting to dry, make sure you start spraying your water. It won't, you know, affect anything. All it will do is allow you to still have that slip brushing the gel through. The thing with gels, if the gel is too strong hold or it's too sticky and tacky in its kind of formula, you might struggle to brush it through and you don't want to break your hair. So I would recommend that you choose a gel that is lighter, more medium hold, less tacky on the hair, so that you're able to brush it through without breaking the hair. And then if you are someone that needs more of that stronger hold, you can go in at the end and just add that strong hold in by like glazing and scrunching, not actually brushing it through. And no, you don't have to brush gels through. You don't have to do any of this. But I do find that brushing gels like this through, especially this one, and all of the gels I mentioned in my favorites video, that I get the most defined frizz-free results for days and days. If that's something you're looking for, then I recommend trying these steps. Those sections are coated in gel. As I mentioned, you want this to be more low effort. You don't need to put your hair in sections. Section here, now this has started to dry, so spraying it with water. You could have done all of this in the shower as well, especially if you've just washed your hair. Your hair is in a soaking wet state, you've just rinsed out that conditioner. Going straight in with your cream, brushing it all over, and not putting it in sections, just brushing it all the way through, and then putting the gel all the way through, could easily be done in the shower. You're benefiting from that soaking wet hair state without having to keep spraying your hair down with water. So if you're really just trying to find the quickest way to do your hair, I'd recommend doing that. And then I'll explain in a little bit what you would do once you get out the shower. So I'm just brushing this gel. Obviously you don't need to use as much gel as me if you don't have as much hair. My hair is on the thicker side, especially right now. For whatever reason, my hair feels a lot denser, and my hair's got longer, so I find that I'm using more product. So make sure you just adjust the product amounts depending on what head of hair you have. If you were to just scrunch your hair like this and finish off the routine, you would find that you would be quite flat up here because we've sort of manipulated the hair down. You would be more two-dimensional than three-dimensional. You'll still start to see the curls trying to form, but it would be weighed down by how it was styled. So after this, you really need to dislodge the curls from the root. I recently did an Instagram video on this explaining this, and I kind of used the phrase curl stacking. The curls need to be stacked on top of each other, like kind of layers, not two-dimensional, if you want curlier roots, more volume, all of those things. So there's never really a right or wrong with styling, but when it comes to style preference, if you want your hair to have more dimension, then I definitely recommend following these steps. And you can do this gently by just shaking and putting your hands here. You don't want to be rough with it. Just gently go through all the way around your hair. You can kind of shake your hair from side to side. We're going to get rid of this middle part. So even if you want to wear your hair in the middle part later, you probably will be able to do that depending on your haircut. But styling your hair so that you don't have any particular part will allow you to make that decision later on where you want to wear your hair. You won't have anything too rigid or structured, so you'll hopefully have that flexibility in the root. I don't really have bangs or a fringe anymore. They're a bit shorter than my hair length, but they're not like here. So I do have a bit more to play with as well. Basically got rid of that part now. All of our product is in. Now, if you're someone that did those 2 steps in the shower, you didn't section or anything, you just got them all the way through. Great, you're out the shower now. You still want to do this step. You want to have dislodged your hair from the root if you're going for more dimension, more volume. And now what you want to do is scrunch. You could now go in with your stronghold gel if you're someone that didn't want to brush that through because it's too tacky, too sticky, like I was saying a minute ago. You could go in with that now, or you could go in with any additional products like foams, mousses, anything that you add later on. But now you want to scrunch. I can still hear that squelching noise from the gel, so I know that my hair is still wet enough at the moment. I know I've got a good amount of product in, and I'm shaking my hair from side to side. I'm making sure to actually focus on the layers in my hair to make sure I'm not just scrunching at the bottom, that I'm actually looking all over the hair and scrunching those different layers. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't see really any wet frizz. I'm not really sure that I need it, but this is nearly done. I'm just gonna use it. Just gonna finish it off by glazing the ends, scrunch. And now we need to diffuse, but I'm just gonna put a satin scarf around my neck because the material on this I know is gonna cause friction on that underneath section, and this is just gonna mean that I have less frizz. For me personally, it's always really helped with not getting a tangly underneath section. But now I'm gonna diffuse my hair with my brand new diffuser that I bought over Christmas, and I am obsessed. Let me show you. How stunning is this dryer? It's the Diffon Supreme Bellissima. I think I'm saying that right. And I think this is brilliant. It doesn't take too long to diffuse my curls with this. And look, I've got a lot of diffusers. I like trying them out for you guys. Some diffusers have been gifted to me as a part of paid collaborations. Some of them I've bought with my own money. I've not necessarily bought this because I don't have one that I already love. Like my Curlsmith is like my ride or die. Like I love my Curlsmith diffuser, the travel one and the normal size one. But a lot of you have been asking me questions about a diffuser I used to use a lot in my videos, which kind of looked like this, but it was like all black. People kept asking me questions about it, but it was such an old model. I don't think they even sold it anymore. It was so old and it was honestly on its last legs. I kind of continued to use it because I knew it wasn't going to last much longer, so I was just sort of trying to get my use out of it, if that makes sense. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to upgrade and buy myself this just like as a little Christmas present because I have so many questions on the old one, and I believe this is like the upgraded version of that. So that's why I bought it. First time using it on camera. Gonna plug it in. Okay, so you've got a more gentle setting, you've got a high speed setting, and I believe you can adjust the heat. It's not too hot, it's the perfect amount. You can fit a lot of hair in this bowl. It's very light to hold. You hold it here, not there. Do not block this area. It's very comfortable to hold. I really like it. Also, I've just finished diffusing, and with my other hair dryers and the older version of this, it would still feel so hot for ages, and I'd always worry about knocking it on the floor. I don't want to like burn the carpet, but this is already completely cooled down, which I don't know if it's because it's brand new, but that's really good. Like it's not, can touch that easily. It's not hot at all. So really like that. Okay, I'm going to add a bit more gel and a little bit of water. This is also known as the Smasters technique, and this just means putting gel halfway through your diffusing routine to deal with any frizz, fix anything. I like to smooth it with water to just spread the gel out. If you put gels directly on when the hair's not overly wet anymore, you might struggle getting the product to travel. And I just smooth any areas that are a little bit frizzy. And I don't know if you're supposed to scrunch with that method, but I do. Just gently. This area does get frizzy for me, no matter how much gel I put on it sometimes. So I'm always targeting that area. Okay, it's looking good. And now I'm gonna finish diffusing. I'll probably skip this bit because it'll be a bit boring for you. If you want me to do a full diffusing tutorial just using the dryer, like a completely separate video, then I can do that. Let me know in the comments. Okay, my hair is pretty much done. I have been kind of gradually scrunching out the cast as I've been finishing diffusing, and then I quickly just had some food and I've just been letting it air dry. So let's have a look. It's still a little bit damp here, but wow, the curls just look so defined. I'm gonna smooth a little bit of serum, fluff it out a little bit, and then I might go in with some hairspray. I'm gonna wait and see first. Okay, I'm now going in with the Style Expertise Superdrug Range Serum. I've mentioned this in my favorites. I actually ran out and I recently just purchased this since that video because it's quite cheap. I can't remember how much. It might be around £4 or £4.99. It's not the cheapest product you can get. Obviously, it's quite small. But when you compare it to other serums on the market, I mean, this is pretty affordable in comparison. I find this to be very, very similar to that Coco and Eve serum you might have seen me use before. I haven't compared the actual ingredients, but the kind of consistency is so similar. It goes so nice and light on the hands. It's not very thick, and I basically just smooth it all over the hair and then I scrunch. And I've been scrunching like this when I'm scrunching out a gel cast instead of like that, because sometimes I think it causes a bit of frizz. So sometimes I just like to grab it like this. It seems to kind of cause less frizz. Oh, it looks so nice. You don't even need to do this step. I just love to do it. But I find this routine, because I'm not forcing my hair into bigger clumps than the natural curl width of my hair, I'm not having to really unclump anything. It's just kind of falling naturally into where it wants to clump, if that makes sense. Sometimes if you take like a Tangle Teezer or something, or any standard brush, and you ribbon curl a big section of hair, a lot of the time, not on every single curl type, but your multiple curls will kind of form this big clump that you'll find you might want to unravel at the end, because what happens is when all these curls are clumped into one, it kind of flattens the root a little bit. So it can cause more annoyance really than anything if you're then unclumping it, because it might cause frizz. Okay, it's looking good. Now I just want to shake it a bit, because I feel like I could just shake this bit out a bit more. I glide my hands in gently first and then just shake. Oh, this is like the best wash day I've had in so long. I love it so much. If I really, really want to lock this in, I could go in with a hairspray, but I don't really think I need to. So yeah, that is my routine. I'm obsessed. And that is it, guys. That is my curly hair routine finished. And I'm hoping it's a routine that is easy to copy, not too confusing. Please let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful at all. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure to give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.